Welcome back, folks, to Broken Age here on the Heavy Big Set channel. And, ooh, shiny! Ooh, must touch the pretty shiny! Oh, shit. You saw nothing! You saw nothing! You saw nothing! Anyway, welcome back, folks, to another edition of Broken Age here on the Heavy Big Set channel. We have landed in this woodcutter's house after escaping from Murloff by sabotaging the ladder system. And apparently, he's afraid of the trees.
Okay.
You could try reasoning with him, but he'll be like,
Great! Hey.
Anyway, I don't know this voice actor, but I'm pretty sure... I honestly thought it was George Clooney as the woodcutter. Wouldn't be surprising considering how close he is anyway. This is Curtis. He's a woodcutter and he's afraid of trees. Because they only started to talk recently. Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. A woodcutter that cannot cut trees. Classic adventure gaming syndrome. Classic adventure gaming. At least we know what to do here. All kinds. Apparently, he could cut down trees, but the problem is though he can't take an insult. Sticks and stones could hurt his bones, but apparently calling him a fucker really breaks him down. So apparently, if you could tell him the truth about what happened to the clouds, so he just needed to be a bit stuffy. How long has he been inside that house? So
will you help me kill Mogchathra?
Essentially, he's the conscious objector, but he's not using the axe.
Ooh, think I could kill Mogchathra?
So essentially, you can use the axe, but unfortunately, he says mostly is that Mogchathra cannot be killed. I beg to differ. I think there's something in the world that will kill that monstrosity, so we can prevent it from becoming, I don't know, something practical, but unique. He has a preference for making wooden stools. Awkward. Very awkward words.
Okay.
So essentially, you can make Curtis get a stool. So take a look at that weird bit of object. So
before I steal his art. Hi.
Talk to Curtis again, and he'll tell you about the start talking about the art object, and he'll be like,
"Aren't you bothered?
Are you bothered by Delete's themes?" And he'll be like, "I probably would be."
If I had such a superficial understanding of the work.
Since when did you
Well, you know.
When did you and woodcutter become abstract? I mean, if you pretty much look at this household, for instance, that is a modern-day kitchen in a fantasy world. Now, let's just get that to perspective, shall we?
How do you know it's hanging right side up?
Side
up. Little feet go on the bottom, duh.
Yeah, I kinda think so.
Where'd you get it?
I bought it from this slightly shady girl from
some
Spellbound.
slightly shady girl.
To get money to move out of town.
Okay.
Can I have it?
No way, man. That thing's vintage.
I
Right.
like how it matches.
I like how it matches your decor. He doesn't even know what a decor is.
The purpose of art is
not.
Man.
Wait.
Why do you have it up then?
I only had it up there
ironically.
I was actually getting
so
sick
he was getting sick of it. So, well, at least you managed to talk him out of it.
Catch you later, Curtis.
Alright, so now that we got... So after telling you to beware the trees, you can now pick up the piece of art.
I'm taking this.
Cool. I liked that kind of stuff when I was your age, too.
How old is that guy? Right, now we can just take the axe.
Not until those trees stop talking.
Not until those trees stop talking. Well, now you have an axe. And you have that weird art thing. We can just leave. So
when you hit the main trail,
he tells you to head east. Because to the west there's an extremely territorial snake. Yeah, that's the problem. That snake can kill. I'm pretty sure that snake can kill you. This is supposed to be sort of an adventure game, but it didn't really tell you how much it is. So yeah, we're now on the ground. Excellent. We can now pretty much carry on here. So pretty much he's I can see the effects of what happened to the house. Bloody hell. Must have been a really good effort to break this guy's roof.
Okay. Which one of you trees has been
So,
bugging
not
Curtis?
after she telling you how to take down the talking to the
They don't
trees
seem too chatty
and
to
saying
me.
they are not chatty, fair enough. Now we see a frickin' tree. We can't understand it, so
Okay, now I see why the trees were freaking him out.
now let's
I have a
let's
feeling I
pretty
might
much
be guilty.
use the axe on this tree. And now we have an evil tree.
Right here!
Shh. You'll wake up the
Yeah.
other trees.
Yeah, a frickin'
Run! She's a murderer!
how the fuck
Look, I'm
game
getting
with
rid
the
of
axe. This is
okay?
kind of funny.
Just stop
Yeah, pretty
screaming,
much get rid of
please.
the axe. And then oh dear. Well, that's not exactly helping you. Yeah,
Please don't scream anymore.
try and calm the tree down so he's like, you can't silence me! I'll wake the forest!
I'm here on behalf
So
of
after
Curtis,
telling you
the
that you're
lumberjack.
representing the lumberjack, he pretty much, just pretty much saying that he hacked an old lady to death. I was like, shit.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
And then he realizes that it's a 300-year-old tree. I mean, it's just,
The next time I see her, she's a... Oh God, if I say it,
I think we might know why he likes
Why
the
are you so
stool.
upset?
I just can't
So,
stand by in
murder-
silence when you
murder-
murderous humans mutilate my brethren.
Interesting.
Makes me sick.
Well, there's one thing we know. Shell mounts in
Are
the
you
distance.
magic?
At least
Can
we
you
know
help
we're
me kill
close.
Magchatra?
Is that
So,
all you humans
after
think about
objecting to you
killing?
being pretty much killed, so he's got a very
got a little
weak
something in the
stomach.
corner of
Just
your
so that
mouth.
you want
Oh,
to
that's
know.
just a little sap.
Essentially, he's got sap, but he won't willingly
Yeah,
take
you
the
are.
sap from you. So
I've never seen a talking tree
never seen it
before.
talking. Well, obviously, I've seen plenty of.
Killing murderous humans. So
Wow, very rude tree. Not liking you at
Hey,
all.
can I have some of your sap?
You're sap. You're just like the rest of them.
want to bleed us dry, steal all our
Uh,
luscious and
I'm pretty sure your tree
fluid.
fluid would actually be very useful in solidifying stuff.
But I won't do it. Because I
Pretty sure
refuse to give you
So
the
he has a
pleasure of my
very
sap.
weak bark, and essentially anything that he could do.
Say it.
So say,
What
what
did
did he do
Curtis
to
the
the
old
spruce?
spruce?
Let's find out. He butchered her, and then he turned her into a stool. Now I have an idea on how to get this guy
I'll
to
let you get
to
back to
get
your
what you
screaming.
Yeah, please leave before I vomit, you foul, ruthless stump.
Yeah. Aren't we a bit evil and bitchy too? Right, let's just walk off and head into. So officially, we are in
Yeah,
Shellmound.
Shellmound.
The
Looks
next
like
town
Magchatra hasn't
over.
gotten here yet.
Good thing too. We got plenty of things to do here before we can move on. First thing you do is pick up this driftwood here. That's gonna become
So smooth.
essentially that. Also, there's
Looking
fish
at this
guts
chum
there.
trap makes me really happy I grew up in a baking
reminding
town
you that
instead of a
she
fishing
grew up in the
town.
baking
I just
town
hope
rather
my
than a
baking town
frickin'
is still standing.
fishing town. Now I'm noticing there's a bit of a perfume there.
Is this your secret stink?
So
for
you could
attacking
ask what the
Magchatra?
perfume is. So musk, pheromones, and animal sweat. And that probably stinks. So naturally you two suck. Fair enough. So let's go talk to the guy with the bucket for his head. And you'll find out that
Excuse
it
me,
is the
Claire?
mayor of the town.
Mayor? Why did you say that?
Because you look like a mayor.
Because you do look like a mayor.
I have to admit you're
Not the first.
first.
Obviously, you kind of stand out there, but you are maidens. You are the field marshal, Main Street Marshal, and he is. And as you find out,
So
he is actually running for mayor of Shellmound.
My hopes and dreams just sand
So
castles
what he's
built
hoping for is to create a
for
perfect
swine
sandcastle
sea.
so that he
I
can
had
create
hopes,
some.
child, but this construction debacle under my
So he's getting
marshal
pissed
has
off at
washed them all
you're
away.
building sandcastles near the sea. What of course you're
When is
supposed to
Magchatra
be.
supposed to get here?
More traffic is supposed to get
Any
here.
minute. So
So
much to
essentially,
do.
he at any minute, and he has to pretty much.
About your bucket hat.
What you do
What about
here is that you could pretty much Say
I have
that,
it?
can you have it?
Certainly not.
Certainly
It's
not.
an integral part of my soon-to-be mayor look.
Since, oh, right. Yeah.
I need to enter the Maiden's Feast.
Child, at this point, we may not even have
He's
a
more
maiden
concerned that,
feast.
that the sandcastles is pretty much,
Not that you have
also,
the right scent for it anyway.
you don't have the scent for it.
Are you saying I smell bad?
But you could say that you smell bad, but no, it's not. Apparently, you smell like birthday cake and fluffy clouds. Apparently, for Shellmount, it is essentially that you need to stink like a bastard.
I'm sure she has a
So
fragrant
that's gonna
recipe
be a
she'll share.
very, very interesting one. So,
Did you say there might not be a Maiden's Feast?
might not be of Mainsfield. Well, of course.
She is
The sea is pissed off, obviously, and he's trying to build the offering arena, but unfortunately the waves washed away, so...
Why do you build the
So that's a
offering
good
arena
question.
so
Why
close
did you
to the
build it so
ocean?
close to the ocean?
Because that's where the sand
And then it's like, you're building sandcastles. Good point. So,
There has to be a Maiden's Feast. I need
you have
kill
to
Mog
do a Maiden's
Chothra.
Feast, she needs to kill.
Yes, we all
But he
want
thinks that
kill
you want to
Mog
film Mog Chothra instead
But
of
when
kill
he comes
it.
here and sees no offering arena,
Well,
he might
obviously,
pass
why
us
can't you
by,
just,
or worse.
oh, worse.
Better let you get back to the feast.
Right, we can now pretty much go
These
back to
maidens
the
are gonna
maiden,
serve
and
up
this is
themselves.
kind of upsetting that in this world, you're pretty much maidens are being pampered to be killed off by Mog frickin' Chothra. Anyway, now that we're up here, we move on to the temple,
Stranger approaches.
and I'm pretty sure I've heard these two voices before.
Fast.
Yeah, that gun's gonna be pretty much useful, so a little bit of observation.
Halt. The Deadeye God.
Unfortunately, they represent the Deadeye God, which is really interesting considering where this place is.
Who are you
You
two?
can find out who else?
I am Deadeye
She is Deadeye Dawn,
and this is
and that's
Deadeye
Deadeye Courtney.
What is this place?
This is the Deadeye Pyramid. It is a tomb of the Deadeye God, the Deadeye Pyramid, blah blah blah. As if you didn't. No, of course you didn't.
Can I go
Well, you
inside?
can just ask if you want to go inside. You know, holiest of shrines?
Why?
Why?
Because it's kind of
Well,
cold
of course,
out
it's
here?
kind of cold out here.
The Deadeye Pyramid provides
Sanctuary only for the Deadeye God. Yeah. Now, this will be interesting. Devoted followers when we're on a break. But no one enters the pyramid. Yeah, I can see a pattern here. She's like, no, well, unless... What?
Well,
Now you gotta solve this thing called the Riddle of Yorn. So,
yeah.
if you solve the riddle, then you basically go inside. So, here is the solution.
No problem.
Now, pretty much you could ask to see how the
Hey,
Riddle of
can I
Yorn
try
goes, and
something?
you were about to find out.
What?
Some more holy tear
You could also,
gas?
I should say, more holy tear gas. This gets useful, by the way. I think we've got the very thing that we need to get the test. So, essentially, what we need to do is for these three bits
could you
is
remind
we
me how
need to
the
get
Riddle of Yorn
we need to
goes
get.
one more time?
Obviously, we need to see this
always
Deadeye
take
God
us
and see if there's
down
anything
when
here.
we are in our
Then we need to
prime,
get the
devouring
skunk
sweet
scent, and then we need to get
rewards,
some.
yet
We need to
I
help out with the
return
woot.
The
So
child of mine will rise.
here's the
out of
solution
rotten
to the
den,
puzzle, and here
from
is
a
from a hidden pit.
long after
I'm dead. They are talking about a tree.
Bring us the
So,
solution, and
what
you
does
will
a
enter
tree
the
produce? The answer, my good
Bye.
friends.
pyramid. Sense you later.
Sense you later. Here is the solution to the puzzle. Give one of them,
Bye.
Sense you later.
obviously, because these controls are a bit fruity. Offer them the fruit from the
Check
from
it
the
out,
cloud
fruit.
tree. So
No thanks. These are our only robes. We don't want to
the solution to the
the
puzzle
answer
is
to your
actually
riddle.
fruit
But it's just a fruit
with a pit inside.
Oh my god! It's so simple. Why didn't
That
we get
is
that?
that is the
Oh,
riddle of
man.
Yorn.
That's
It was
been bugging
basically
us
a
all
talking
day.
about a
But what does it
tree.
have to do with the pyramid?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
Really?
It's just something our friend
Did
Becky Yorn
Becky
told us
Yorn
this
to-
morning.
That's the riddle of Yorn.
I can't wait to
I
read
kind of feel a bit, you know.
Oh, Can I go in there now?
You could have just gone inside there the whole time. Bloody fetch, fucking fetch quests. Sometimes it's just annoying. We'll go inside the pyramid, but I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to get some of that. We are going to get the. Well, normally we can't get fish because they've used up all the hooks for those bloody costumes. First thing we need to do is get a little bit of fish gut.
When is this not going to come in handy?
When is this not going to come in? Oh, of course it's not going to come in handy now that we have the smell of the fish guts. I think we're gonna do an evil thing right now. Use the fish guts on the maidens. So now they basically smell like fish guts and, well, essentially fish guts.
Gross, Drusilla.
And Drusilla can actually smell that, but
this time it really wasn't.
Now, this attracts the seagulls, and in the midst of all this, when the freaking offerings are under attack from the seagulls because they smell like the fish guts, you can now pick up the perfume.
Maybe this perfume is what's attracting them.
Essentially giving them a lie. So now we have the means to solve that first little bit of a puzzle. So now that we've got that one, now they just pretty much have to complain. Okay, now we have we have our first piece of the solution, which is to take out Mog Chothra, and that is pretty impressive inside. I mean, that is impressive. Okay, not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting this.
That same
It's a religious symbol, but this one's recessed like a socket.
Like a socket.
That kind of looks familiar.
They buried their old god.
That's the old night god.
I wonder what that symbol
That's the
means.
symbol. Okay, this is a
What's that
little bit
symbol again?
interesting and a little bit off-putting.
Such strange shapes in here.
Okay, now we have that sorted. So that's the end of this one. So in the next episode, we're gonna actually solve a few bits of puzzles and explore more of the Deadeye Pyramid. Catch you all later, folks.